All right, guys, we're at day 4 of GenCon, last day, and we're here with Thomas from Themeborne, and we're going to talk about some of the games that you guys have,
Cool.
particularly The Last of Us, but then you guys also have 2 more other games, right? So
That's right.
can you tell me a little bit about
Yeah.
your games?
Yeah, well, we make the Escape the Dark series, which are simple atmospheric adventures. We started with Escape the Dark Castle, which was old school fantasy, and then we moved on to make Escape the Dark Sector, which is old school sci-fi. And the latest and greatest is The Last of Us Escape the Dark, which is, of course, a partnership with Naughty Dog and Sony to bring our system to their world.
Sweet. Can you tell me a little bit about this partnership? Because this is a big, sort of like, it's a big name to have on a box. Like,
Yeah.
how did this partnership come about?
Well, I think it's a really good match. I think the Last of Us world is obviously very gritty and dark, and that goes really well with our black and white atmospheric style. So it was a really nice collaboration to do, and yeah, it's gone really well. People say it feels like The Last of Us to play. It's the only Last of Us tabletop game that there is.
Yeah.
It's the first one, and I think we've really captured the correct feelings that amazing story and that amazing world brings. We've brought it down onto the tabletop, and players say they feel like they are playing in the Last of Us world. It's kind of like a sandbox of that world. Yeah.
For sure, yeah, and then like we kind of got a sort of like top overview of like what the game kind of looks like and feels like for the people watching who like are not too familiar with the game. Like, does it like what are some of the elements that brings from the game that feel different on the board game?
Well, so this is a hardcore atmospheric survival game. So you play a group of survivors in the timeline of part 1 of the video game, or season 1 of the HBO show. So you have Joel, Ellie, Tommy, Bill, like those key characters, and you're going to be making your way from the quarantine zone through the open world map, visiting locations you'll remember from the video game, like downtown, sewers, lakeside, all that kind of stuff. Trying to reach Jackson before time runs out and the world is overrun by infected. What we have done is captured the crafting system from the video game. So you'll have, if you play the video game and you know those combinations of items that you need to put together to build cooler stuff.
Which is really cool.
It's exactly modeled on that. So you will be collecting items to make better stuff. And you'll be having to choose which way to go, which items to share, looking after everybody in your group, because you have to get everybody to Jackson in one piece or you lose the game.
Yeah. Okay. So not one character can die. Like
No,
it has to be a
this is
group
hardcore
effort.
survival. Yeah, it's really difficult to make it. You have to make great decisions and use your resources really carefully.
Sweet. And then in terms of like the enemies, like there's obviously clickers and infected.
Yes.
Are we gonna see like other characters from the game series, the TV series?
Yes,
In there?
yeah, there are 3 main classes of enemy. They are the infected, of which there are lots of subclasses. The Fedra, so the military police and the guards and that kind of thing, and hunters, of course, who are the kind of nefarious evildoers, the evil clan in the game who are out to get you. So yeah,
Okay.
they're
Sweet.
all
And
out
then
there.
we have like the main bosses of the game that operate a bigger square. There's bigger dice.
Yes.
Like what's the process to maybe beating that boss, or like what does it take to like get up there?
So the survivors have quite a few tools at their disposal. They've got, of course, all the weapons and the firearms that they can find and upgrade. They need to do that. And they also can use listen and sneak abilities, just like in the video game. So some of the characters in particular are better at listening, which can help them assess the combat and plan to tip it in their favor. So they can kind of plan ahead, change dice to certain results, manipulate the situation to their advantage by listening. And then, of course, there are sneak attacks, which is stealth is a big part of The Last of Us, and you can do that here too.
It's really cool.
If you can get as many survivors as possible to perform sneak attacks, you're going to get a big head start in the combat, especially against the bosses.
Okay, so there's like not only the collaboration, but you can team up with the characters to do like special attacks or like have like special buffs and things like that.
Yes, yeah. There's some really cool situations where you can get some huge special attacks off, and if it comes off, it can make a huge difference to your success.
That's really cool. So this is based off the first game.
Yes.
And in relation to obviously the HBO show.
Yes.
Is there a pathway to like a part 2, a season 2?
Yeah, absolutely. The door is open for more content or follow-up games that would follow the story into its next stages.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And in collaboration with like Sony and Naughty Dog, they also have like other games and maybe even open to like other publishers as well. Like, is there like maybe like a specific game, like whether it's a video game or like a story that you're like, we would really love to make something along these lines?
To be honest, we've just finished this. We're so focused on this. The door might be open to doing more cool stuff like this, and we hope that's the case. But for now, we're just enjoying this moment when it's finally here. It's at GenCon. It's out. People are loving it. So we're just going to enjoy this one.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then one last question about the art, because the art's like the thing that kind of stands out the most.
Yeah.
Because like you see it, and like we haven't seen any other games similar to this. Like with this art, it's just all black and white, which is the feel of the game. But you guys also incorporate it in games that came before this one.
That's right. Yeah,
So,
this is a style. We were one of the first to do this kind of style. Back in 2016, I think it was, we did our first game, Escape the Dark Castle. This has always been our art style. Our artist is Alex Crispin. Look him up. He's amazing.
Shout out Alex.
And all of this atmosphere and this style comes from him. And that just adds this extra kind of experience to the game, this extra immersion. You really feel like you're there and experiencing this dark world.
Awesome.
So,
yeah,
it's
that's
a big
really
part
cool.
of what we do.
Yeah, it looks freaking awesome. And we were just saying, like, laid out on the board, it kind of almost feels like a fever dream, but it also gives the feeling of like the people in the game probably also think like this has to be a fever dream,
that's right. Yeah,
so it's really cool.
Yeah.
And then you guys are based out of the UK.
We are, yeah.
Awesome. And then you guys ship everything from the UK.
No, we ship from the US too.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect,
yeah.
perfect. And then this game, it's not a pre-release, it's out to buy for people.
It's on official release now. It's in stores and online, available now.
Okay, sweet. And then
apart from here at GenCon, where it's sold out.
Apart from here at GenCon, it's sold out at GenCon. So this game's a blast. This game's a hit. And we're gonna take some B-roll of the demos. Is there anything else you want to share for like maybe somebody that wants to get into not only The Last of Us, but the other two games that you guys have?
Well,
also sound really cool.
I think a few people out there may have played our previous games. So if you've played those games, The Last of Us is just another evolution of that system. So you'll know already half the rules from our previous games, and the system has evolved over time. And The Last of Us is just the biggest and best and latest version of our award-winning Escape the Dark system. So check it out.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, so we have the castle, and we have Sector. And then we have, obviously, The Last of Us is Dark.
And more to come.
And more to come. So definitely check out Themeborne. Stay in touch for the demos. And hopefully we can get our hands on that, and then we can review it and get some more demos on it.
Cool, man.
Yeah,
All right.
thanks so much,
Yeah,
Thomas.
thanks. Great to meet you.